Hey guys, what's up? Murder of Birds here. Welcome back to the channel, and for this video I'm going to be bringing you another RWBY news and information video regarding the Blu-ray DVD pack release for RWBY Volume 4, as well as the potential release window for the much anticipated RWBY Volume 4 soundtrack. Now before I get into any of this, I just want you guys to please take this information with a grain of salt, as Rooster Teeth themselves has not released any type of official confirmation or announcement regarding the information I'm going to talk about in this video. I decided to make this video as it kind of proctored the anticipation for RWBY Volume 4, and all of the goods that we're looking forward to, the Blu-ray, the DVD, the soundtrack, and everything else in between. And I was hoping to get feedback, what you guys thought about it, and things like that in the comment section. So last night, I came across an Amazon listing for the DVD of RWBY Volume 4, with the date set for it to release on June 6th, 2017. With no confirmation or official announcement from Rooster Teeth, I was very skeptical on this and just figured, someone's just putting it out preemptively leading up to whenever Rooster Teeth will officially announce it. But I was very skeptical on the listing and decided to do a bit of research looking into it. And at the time of me currently in this moment recording this video for you guys, Amazon, Best Buy, Target, Right Stuff Anime, as well as Blu-ray.com all have listings for the RWBY Volume 4 DVD, as well as the Blu-ray DVD combo set, with the consistent release date for June 6th, 2017. With the only differences being varying prices based on the Blu-ray DVD combo pack or just the separate DVD set. The fact that multiple online retailers were beating the same drum of RWBY Volume 4's upcoming release gives a lot more weight to this claim, but I believe it's more of the historical patterns and release schedules of previous volumes that can cement these claims into something more concrete. So strolling down memory lane, RWBY Volume 1 made its online debut as a summer release with Chapter 1 on July 18th, 2013. It ran for 16 episodes and concluded on November 7th, 2013. And just 5 days after the finale, the Blu-ray DVD packs were already set for public release on November 12th. RWBY Volume 2 continued its summer schedule release with a few added changes. Due to fan feedback, the series was shortened from 16 chapters to 12 chapters to focus on improved and consistent watch time with at least 12 minutes per chapter. Volume 2 also debuted the world-building miniseries known as the World of Remnant segments. And with these added changes, RWBY Volume 4 premiered on July 24th, 2014, running for 12 chapters and concluding on October 30th, 2014. With the tragic passing of RWBY creator and Rooster Teeth colleague Montiome, RWBY Volume 3 saw its first major shift in production time as well as scheduled release. The volume would go on to see its first fall scheduled release and premiered on October 24th, 2015. The volume ran for 12 chapters and concluded on February 14th, 2016. It would also be nearly 3 months later before the Blu-ray DVD packs were available for purchase on May 3rd, 2016. And with all the releases leading up to now, RWBY Volume 4 continued the fall release schedule, bringing with it a new layer of graphical and technical fidelity and detail, as well as honestly surpassing its previous volume standards. The World of Remnant miniseries expanded, introducing 4 segments prior to even the first episode's debut premiere, with the standard 4 also being sprinkled throughout the volume. Watch time also improved dramatically, ranging anywhere from 12 to 20 minutes per episode, but mainly averaging around 16 with a nearly 30-minute finale. As such, RWBY Volume 4 premiered on October 22nd, 2016, running for 16 episodes and concluding on February 4th, 2017. Based on that history, it's safe to assume that June 6th is a very solid and plausible date for the Blu-ray DVD release, as it only adds an additional month to the previous volume's release schedule. It took about 3 months for RWBY Volume 3's Blu-ray DVD to come out after that finale, so Volume 4's, with all of the new improvements and details and things of that nature, an additional month seems very reasonable. But in all seriousness, for clearing up the legitimacy of the release of the Blu-ray DVD pack, I know a lot of you guys are thinking, I know a lot of you guys are anticipating and hyped and excited and wondering, Murder, when are we getting the Volume 4 soundtrack? Well, I kinda have some good news for you guys. Nothing concrete, nothing confirmed, nothing official, but again, history does tell of what we can expect for the future, as it does with the Blu-ray DVD releases. We have a strong indication based on the releases of the previous soundtracks when we can expect the Volume 4 release, in conjunction with the Blu-ray DVD packs. So for this little segment here, I actually have a little cheat sheet with some information just so I can get everything concrete and accurate and right, because I know a lot of you guys, while you guys appreciate the Blu-ray DVDs and the audio commentaries and just having the series to collect, I know a lot of you guys look forward to the soundtracks just for lyrical purposes, new music to rock out to, theories and speculations and analyses based on this, based on the lyrics. So I want to make sure everything's good. So looking at the entirety of RWBY thus far, RWBY Volume 1 concluded its finale on November 7th, 2013. 5 days after that, on November 12th, the Blu-ray DVD released, but on that exact same day, the soundtrack was released in conjunction with the Blu-ray DVD. So, when the series first started, obviously Rooster Teeth had a better flowing pace of when the volume would end and then when products would be coming out, a la DVDs, Blu-rays, soundtracks, etc. For RWBY Volume 2, the finale premiered on October 30th, 2014. It would be a little over a month later, on December 9th, that the Blu-ray and DVD sets would be released for purchase. However, the script was flipped for the soundtrack in this case, because the soundtrack actually came out 1 week before the Blu-ray DVD. So, it's very much possible that we could get the Volume 4 soundtrack before we get the Blu-ray DVD, as we still have about 2 months before that time. But yeah, the Volume 2 soundtrack actually released on December 2nd. So we got the soundtrack about a week before the Blu-ray DVD, which was a pretty cool little feature there for us, as again, Rooster Teeth's schedule was very adhered to working on finishing up the finale of the volume and then immediately working on uploading other things and putting out other things like the Blu-ray and the soundtrack. In Volume 2's case, we got the soundtrack first. But again, much like the fall schedule lineup for Volume 3 and Volume 4, I think the best evidence that we can take away from when we can get the soundtrack is based on Volume 3. So the RWBY Volume 3 finale premiered on February 14th, 2016, and it was nearly a 3-month wait before the Blu-ray and DVD packs released on May 3rd. The soundtrack, however, also released on the very same day, which is kind of aligned with Volume 1. The Volume 1 soundtrack and Blu-ray sets also released on the same day, on May 3rd. We actually got the soundtracks in the evening of May 3rd, whereas throughout that entire day, you can go on either the Rooster Teeth store, or you can find it in retail stores, or even online retail stores to get the Blu-ray DVDs for Volume 3. However, I believe we would have gotten that soundtrack a lot earlier. Much like RWBY Volume 2. And the reason why I say that is because Rooster Teeth was also working on Laser Team in conjunction with RWBY Volume 3, primarily the Laser Team soundtrack. So Jeff Williams, Alex Abraham, Lamar Hall, Matt Hullum, they were all working together on the Laser Team soundtrack. Laser Team was Rooster Teeth's first feature-length film, had a lot of support on the music side with a really awesome soundtrack, and the same team that does the RWBY soundtracks was working on the Laser Team ones leading into RWBY Volume 4, which I believe is what led to them pushing back the Volume 3 soundtrack until it came out with the Blu-ray DVD. So again, like I said, I think the Laser Team soundtrack kind of pushed RWBY Volume 3 soundtrack to come out a lot later than it could have had Laser Team been a different time or had never happened. So those things are something to keep in mind as well. And for RWBY Volume 4, based on the information that we have now of the speculations of June 6th being the release for the Blu-ray DVD, Volume 4's finale premiered on February 4th, 2017. We obviously don't have an official release date for the Blu-ray or the DVD by Rooster Teeth, but based on kind of circumstantial evidence of RWBY Volume 3's soundtrack releasing the first week of May, with all the things that have been included and added to RWBY Volume 4, as well as, you know, a plethora of OSTs from The World of Remnants and episodes, and obviously canonical music that we're going to be getting, it seems like there's going to be a lot of things to weigh, what to add, what to take out, etc. Jeff Williams has also informed people on numerous panels and, you know, interviews and things like that, that the biggest hurdle for them in terms of the Volume 4 soundtrack is deciding what to put on and what to take off to keep everything on the 2-disc format. So I think June 6th is a very good date for the Blu-ray DVD, and based on all of the evidence that we have so far, the best thing that we can all really expect is that we will either get the soundtrack on the same day as the Blu-ray DVD, or within a week of the Blu-ray DVD, maybe a week before, a week after, but based on Volumes 1, 2, and 3, those soundtrack releases, we have never gotten a soundtrack any day after the Blu-ray DVDs have released. So let's just hope, you know what I mean? Like, I'm looking forward to it. I know a lot of you guys are looking forward to it too, and I feel like right now I'm kind of grasping at straws with all of this evidence based on, you know, the release date of June 6th. Is that the same day that the soundtrack is coming out? I know Jeff Williams has mentioned as well that they're working very, very hard on making sure to get it out as soon as possible, making sure it's certified on iTunes and get it out there before anywhere else. Obviously, digital releases come way before physical releases, so I don't know. What do you guys think about it? Do you guys think June 6th is a very structural and solid release date for the volumes? Are you guys going to look forward to picking those up? Do you think the soundtrack will come out the same day as? Do you think it'll come out sooner, later? Let me know what you guys think in the comments. But yeah, thank you for watching the video. I hope you guys enjoyed this information. I know a lot of people are really pressed for the soundtrack more than anything, and I did my very best to kind of give you guys the best information to look forward to, so you don't get your hopes up, but at the same time, you have something to look forward to. Personally, I really hope the soundtrack comes out before RTX, so I have something to jam to, like on the airplane or in the time between now and then, so that'll be pretty great too. But ultimately, guys, thank you so much for watching the video. Leave me your personal thoughts in the comments of anything that I mentioned in the video. When do you personally think this soundtrack or the Blu-ray DVD is going to come out? Do you guys agree with these dates or anything like that in between? And thank you guys so much for the support, and I will look forward to seeing you guys in the next video. Take care.